Hello viewers, in this video I will show you how you can set up Facebook Pixel conversion API server-side tracking for your Shopify store using Google Tag Manager and Stape.io. I have created two GTM container template for you, one for web container and another for server container. You can easily export this container and import to your own container. Then you can easily change uh, some tags and variables, and you can use this template for your tracking purpose. So I will provide you both GTM web and server container download link on my video description so that you can easily download. And let's see how we can set up the pixel using my template. So I already downloaded both template. If I go to my download section, here you can see GTM template for Shopify. This is for server and this is for web. So I will provide this on my video description. Now let's see how we can do this. First of all, we need a web container and another for server container. So we need two container on our Google Tag Manager account and also Stape account and Stape server container. So I already created a server URL. Here you can see tagging server URL. So I already uploaded videos on my YouTube channel how you can set up server container URL on step.io. You can check my others video. And let's say you already set up tagging server URL for your store. So first of all, you have to copy this tagging server URL. Or another thing, you can go to Power Apps and then go to your Google Tag Manager web container and copy this GTM ID and go to Power Apps again and then select custom loader and click use, and then on this and then click save changes. And here you have to select your tagging server URL. Here you can see this is provided by step.io and this one I have created and verified. So this one is my current tagging server URL, and here I have to paste my GTM ID. So I have pasted my GTM ID here, web container ID, and as a platform we have to select Shopify and then click generate. And Step will give us some instruction how we can integrate this with our Shopify store. So first of all, copy the web GTM container ID and go to your Shopify store. And before starting everything, you have to install Step Server GTM, this application on your Shopify store. Okay, I already added this app on my Shopify store. So I will integrate the GTM container with my Shopify store now. So first we have to select this one, insert web GTM script, and now paste your GTM web GTM ID here, and then select add custom domain and then paste your custom domain from the Step account. So this is container loading path. This is the custom loader and custom domain. So if I paste it here, as you can see, I have pasted it. Okay. And now select add custom loader here. So this will be my custom loader. Here you can see container identifier. So I have to copy this, go to Shopify store and paste it here. Okay. So I have added the custom loader here. Okay. Now you can also select cookie keeper from here and click save. And click save. Okay. So I have integrated my web GTM container with my Shopify store. Now if I click preview, now if I click preview and connect, and let me preview one product, and if I check using data layer checker, here you can see I can't see any data layer related to Step. And also if I go to GTM template, here you can see I can't see any data layer related to Stape, but I can see one data layer event. Here you can see view item, and if I go to data layer, this one is coming from event model, so we have to ignore this data layer. I will enable the data layer from Stape.io, and we can only use this GTM template, I mean my GTM template, if we use Stape data layer, otherwise not. Okay, so let me click save here and go to settings, and now we have to go to our Stape app, and from here if I click on data layer, here you can see the option to enable the data layer from Stape. So if I click this box, add e-commerce data layer event, and then also select this and click save. And this one is for initiate checkout or begin checkout. I will show you how to integrate this later, but let's click save now. And if I close this and open again, from preview, let's connect again, and let me open a product again. And now if I see using data layer checker, or if I check from here you can see there is no data layer event related to Stape.io. So we have to check again from our Shopify store. I already clicked save, but we have to do another thing from online store. Click customize instead of edit code, and from here you will see app embed option in the left side. If you click here app embed, here you can see GTM Stape server GTM. We have to turn on this one and click save. Okay, now if I check again, let me close everything, and if I preview again, great, here you can see view item underscore step. So this data layer is coming from our step integration. Here you can see well formatted data layer, and if I check using data layer checker, here you can see view item step. So here you can see all the data layer element here we can see. So that's mean we have successfully enabled data layer from Stape.io, and this is how you can enable the data layer for your Shopify store. And after enabling the data layer and after doing everything on your Stape.io account, then we can import our GTM template on our web container and our server container. Let me import the web container template. If I go to admin section, and from here, from the admin section, I can import the container easily. If I click on import container and choose container file and GTM template. So I think you already downloaded, or you will download later, but here you can see I have already downloaded. So this is the web GTM template. So I will select web, and if you have some old tags on your GTM container, then you can click merge. Otherwise you can select override and click existing and select default workspace, and now click add to workspace. So I already added web GTM template. Now go to server container, and from here again click on admin, and then click on import container, choose container file, and now select server container, server template. And again you can merge or overwrite your setup as you want. Select default workspace and scroll down, click add to workspace. So here you can see if I select tags Here you can see page view, view item, add to cart, begin checkout, and purchase. I have added all the tags properly. And if I go to variable section, here you can see I have already created all the required variables for the tracking related things. And from here you have to change only three variables to do the same setup for your store. And that's very easy. So let me show you how you can do this. First of all, we have to copy our Facebook pixel ID and our GA4 ID and our tagging server URL or transport URL, the same things from the uh, Stape.io account. So this is my tagging server URL. So I'm copying this one, and if I go to if I go to GTM web container, and here you can see I have marked then change and then transport URL, change GA4 ID, change FB pixel ID. So we have to only change three variables from the setup and everything will remain same. So let me change the tagging URL first. So this is the variable. So here you can see as a value I have added your website HTTPS. So we have to paste your our own tagging server URL here from step.io, and then you can remove this one change. Okay, so I have removed this one. Let me rename this tagging server URL like this. Okay, I have renamed this one. Now click save. Okay, now I have to change the Facebook pixel ID. So I already have Facebook pixel ID. If I go to settings, so this is the pixel ID. I mean the dataset ID, the same thing. So copy this and paste it here on the pixel ID box. So this is my pixel ID and I can remove change from here. FD pixel ID changed already. And now I have to change the GA4 ID. I'm in the GA4 measurement ID. So this is my GA4 measurement ID. If you don't have a GA4 account, you can create one very easily and then find out your measurement ID from the data stream and edit here and remove change from the name of the GA4 ID variable. Click save. Okay, I have changed all the variable names from my web container, and now I have to go to my server container. So this is the server container. From here, first of all, we have to go to admin section and then we have to add our tagging server URL on the server container. So if I select container settings, then here you can see add URL option, and here I have to paste this tagging server URL on this box and then click save. Okay, then go to workspace again and click tags, and from here we have to select variables first, and on my server container we have to change four variables and we have to add our own variables value here. So first let's change every pixel ID. So if I again copy the pixel ID and paste it here, this is the pixel ID, and now I can remove change so that I can remember that I already added this one. Okay, now let's generate access token from our pixel. So from the setting of our event manager, if I scroll down, and here you can see setup direct integration. Here you have to select generate access token and click copy, then go to your web server container and then select this one and remove the dummy access token and paste the real one and then remove change from here and then click save. Okay, now we have to add Facebook test event ID. If I go to test event section, from the event manager. Let me select channel, and here you can see the test ID. If I copy this one, I can easily edit here test event ID. So this is the output will be this one, and we can remove change. Then click save, and now we have to change our GA4 tracking ID. So this is the GA4 tracking ID, I mean the measurement ID. So we have to add our own GA4 measurement ID here and remove this one, and then click save. That's it. So successfully I have changed all the variables from my server container and my web container. Now let's click submit both web and server container, and then we will check that if we really receive all the data here on my event manager. And another thing, right now my client using this app, Facebook and Instagram app, and this is not providing us accurate data on the event manager. So we have to stop this one. From here. Here you can see share data. So we have to change this, or we have to stop the share data option. Otherwise we will receive extra data from Shopify app integration. We will receive double data like page view item twice, one from our GTM setup, another from our Stape app, our Shopify app. Okay, so let me stop this one from settings. If I go to settings, scroll down, and let me remove this one. If I click disconnect and then click next, again next, and then next, then click this one, click next, and then click finish. Okay, and also we have to remove this one from here. If I click and change, one minute, from here share data, we can click change. Okay, from here you can see share data. We can turn off this and click save. So this app won't send pixel data on our event manager. Now let's preview our web container and server container, and if we see our test event manager, so I have to select website from here, sales channel. Let me remove clear activity, and now I will preview everything, web container and server container, and also the test event manager. Okay, so if I click preview, this is web, and if I click again preview on server, so it will help us to debug our web container and server container. So if I connect our web container, and here you can see our server container will receive data. So this one is for our Facebook page view, and here you can see outgoing HTTPS request. So if I check our event manager, sometimes it takes time. Here you can see they are saying that 30 minutes, but it takes 2 or 5 minutes to show data here. So here you can see we have received the page view event, and it is deduplicated. We are receiving this from server and browser side, and it should show like browser and server together, then deduplicate. But sometimes it show like this, deduplicated only. It's not a problem. Let's see other event. If I click one product, and let's select one product, I mean the view item event will occur here, and here you can see view item step, and here you can see GA4 data tag and FB tag fired, succeed. Sometimes it takes time to show the data here, but if we see our Facebook pixel helper, here you can see page view content event. Here you can see content ID, name, value, currency, everything is showing perfectly. And then let's see again add to cart. If I click on add to cart, here you can see add to cart. Here you can see add to cart is showing, and add to cart step, the tag succeeded. Here you can see. And if I see the event manager, still not coming here, but it's working. Sometimes it takes time. You have to wait and see. Okay, here you can see add to cart coming from server and also from browser, but it is not showing here for some reason. And if I show you the server event, here you can see value, currency, content, IDs, type, name, everything is working fine. And now click on begin checkout. If I click on checkout, and one thing here you can see the Shopify checkout page is not connected with our Google Tag Manager. So now we have to do some extra work on our Shopify store so that we can receive begin checkout event in our event manager. So if I go to if I go to Shopify, and from here, if I click on data layer, here you can see to track checkout event, please follow the instruction below. Okay, so I have to copy this code. I have to copy this code and go to our customer event section from settings, or you can simply click here button. Okay, so unfortunately I don't have uh, this section access. Here you can see customer event. I have to add this code on the customer event section, and then it will send the data to my event manager. I mean the initiate checkout event here. So you just have to add this, like, let me show you from another store, or you can check my others video, or I will provide another video for this. It's very easy. Just you have to copy this code and then follow the instruction. Go to Shopify settings, customer event, and add custom pixel, or just click here. So if you click here, it will redirect to you these settings, and it will redirect you to this customer event section. And from here, you have to give it a name, like you can add checkout pixel like this. And in the third number, you can see in customer privacy section under permission spoiler, please select not required. So you have to follow this instruction and then select not required, and then paste the copied code there. So you have to copy and paste it here and click save and connect. That's it. Only you have to do extra work, like copy and paste it on the customer event section. So I will do this later, and so that I will receive the initiate checkout event in my event manager also. And let's purchase those product from here and see if we have the purchase event or not. Okay, then let me add everything here. Okay, now if I click on complete order, thank you, the order placed. And if I click on metapixel helper, here you can see the purchase event fired and content ID, type, and everything. Here you can see content ID is 3 products. So you're seeing everything, contents, here you can see, and number of item and order ID, value, everything is showing perfectly. And if I go to the pixel, it will show here the purchase event soon. Here you can see the purchase event from server side, and it will also deduplicate. So here you can see user data key, country, city, email address, and everything is receiving properly. And if I show you purchase step, here you can see FB purchase data tag and GFO purchase, and the data layer is fine. Here you can see with all the user data here. And from here, if we check this by metapixel helper, here you can see the purchase event working fine. And FB pixel succeeded. So it will also send the data to my event manager soon. I have to wait sometimes to see everything accurately here, but in the real time it is definitely working right now. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this. So view content, please view, add to cart, and initiate checkout at purchase event is working fine using my template. So if you want the same template, you can download this from the video description. You just have to pay me a little amount so that you can receive this GTM template. I will provide you on the video description. You can purchase this from my buy me a coffee, and after purchasing you can import both web and server container template and just change your variables so that you can easily uh, set up your Facebook pixel and server site tracking.